Imagine finding a random link on Reddit, a link that leads you deep into the dark web, where you uncover leaked phone calls from inside Area 51. Calls of people whispering about strange experiments, shadowy figures, and unimaginable secrets. Now, what if you realized, those secrets were never meant for your ears? Stay with me, because what I found that night still haunts me to this day, and it just might haunt you too. Story 1, The Call from the Unknown. It all started when I stumbled across an obscure post on a Reddit forum dedicated to conspiracy theories and the dark web. A user had posted a series of cryptic messages claiming they had access to leaked phone calls from inside Area 51. Initially, I thought it was a hoax. The dark web is filled with myths and urban legends, stories meant to scare people. But there was something about this post that drew me in. The user seemed frantic. The kind of frantic that feels too real to fake. One night, curiosity got the better of me. I followed the link provided in the post. After bypassing several layers of security protocols, each more intricate than the last, I finally accessed a folder titled A51_calls_2023. Inside were audio files labeled by date and time, stretching back over the past several years. I opened the first file, and the sound that filled my room still haunts me to this day. The call started with heavy static, and then came a voice, hushed and trembling. "Are you alone?" the voice whispered. The person on the other end seemed terrified, speaking in barely a whisper. They kept mentioning something about experiments gone wrong, alien lifeforms, and hidden truths that would shake the world. I was riveted. But as the calls continued, they got progressively stranger. One man claimed that the scientists had been experimenting with interdimensional beings, and another call suggested that time itself was being manipulated inside Area 51. Just as I was listening to one particularly disturbing file, a frantic woman screaming, "They're coming. They've broken containment." My computer screen flickered, and a new message popped up. "You're being watched. Close this now." My heart pounded as I reached for the power button, but before I could shut it down, another message appeared, "We know where you are." I unplugged my computer and closed my laptop, feeling as though unseen eyes were watching my every move. For days after, I felt paranoid and unsettled, as if someone, or something, was lurking just out of sight. I never returned to that forum again, but even now, I sometimes wake up in the middle of the night, feeling like I'm not alone. Story 2, The Man in the White Van. About a year after my first encounter with the dark web's Area 51 files, I saw another post in a deep web Reddit forum. It was a blurry photo of a van parked outside of what looked like a Nevada desert. The caption simply read, "They're watching." The user, known only as Agent X, claimed he had more proof of the secrets hidden within Area 51. Against my better judgment, I reached out to him. He replied almost immediately, telling me that he had recordings, videos, and documents that would expose everything. All he asked in return was that I help him share this information if anything happened to him. That night, he sent me a link to a live stream of what he said was a live feed outside Area 51's perimeter. The screen was grainy, and for the most part, it was just a view of the desert, dark and quiet. But then, after a few minutes, a white van pulled up, and two men dressed in black suits stepped out, scanning the area as though they knew someone was watching. Agent X sent a message in the chat, "They found me. If I don't make it, get this out there." My heart raced as I typed back, "Are you safe?" There was no reply. The van stayed in the feed, parked and ominous, and soon, the two men began to approach the camera. The feed abruptly cut out, and my screen went dark. I tried messaging Agent X again, but I never heard from him after that night. All I had was the haunting image of the van and the feeling that maybe, just maybe, I'd been part of something I couldn't fully understand. It's been months since then, but sometimes I swear I still see that same white van parked near my home, just idling with its lights off. And whenever I approach, it drives away.